So we're not going to start to feel those summer temperatures for this afternoon, since it's going to be later on by next week that we're going to start to see that warming trend. Early next week, those 90s will be coming back. But for this weekend, we're also going to start to see those temperatures increase. So for today, it's going to be like partly sunny, and then we're going to get more clouds. So our temperatures are expected to increase a bit. They're going to be in the 70s, some getting into the 80s. For us for today, it should be still feeling pleasant, not that bad. So our high that we're expected to reach, and you're wondering, hey, what should I be wearing even for this weekend? So we do see that our current not our current temperature, our high for today would be in the upper 70s. It is going to be partly to mostly cloudy for us at times. Our winds would be blowing from the south-southeast up to 8 miles per hour. Then for tonight, we're not expected to drop into the 50s. We're also going to notice that our lows will be increasing, but don't worry, because there are some changes headed our way. So for next week, we're going to start on a warming trend. Our highs are expected to increase into the 90s. Then by the end of next week, another cold front is expected to move across South Texas, bringing rain chances and also dropping our highs not into the 50s but into the 70s, and our lows in the low 60s getting into the upper 50s. Back to you. And happy Friday. The weekend is here for many, and we're gonna see lots of events going on this weekend. The good thing is that it's not gonna be cold for us, and there are no rain chances for this weekend. So if you're gonna have outdoor events, you're also gonna notice a warming trend. But for today, what do we have in the weather menu? So those temperatures will start to increase across South Texas. Some are still going to be staying in the 60s, while others, their highs are expected to increase into the 70s, getting near those 80-degree temperatures. For the rest of the day, it is going to be partly sunny for us, so we're going to get some clouds and also some of that sun. So this is what we could expect throughout the afternoon all the way into the evening hours. In the upper 70s, our winds blowing from the south-southeast up to 7 miles per hour. Then we start to notice that those temperatures are dropping a bit by the evening hours, 75 around 7 p.m. And then for tonight into the 60s. We're not expected to drop into the 50s anymore, so any longer. So that's how it's going to be looking for us. And it is going to be partly cloudy. Our winds blowing from the east-southeast up to 10 miles per hour. What are going to be our highs across the U.S.? So for us here in Texas, we're expected to reach a high of 81, 76 for Houston, 72 for Dallas. In the central states, we also notice that difference in temperatures, 70 for Oklahoma City. Then in the Dakotas, in the 30s, that's where that cold, dry air mass is located right now as well. 59 for Billings, 58 for Seattle. In California, back into the 70s, 87 for Phoenix, 78 for Vegas. In the southeast, in the 60s, 65 for Atlanta, in the upper 60s for Memphis, 74 for New Orleans, in Florida in the low 80s, and in the northeast, their cold temperatures will continue all the way into the weekend, even next week. For us, we're not going to notice much of a trend, much of a change. That's what I meant. The warming trend will begin early next week as well. We're going to start to see our highs back in the 90s, but then by the end of next week, it's when we're also going to notice a change in our temperatures. They're expected to drop into the 70s, and also those rain chances for tonight dropping into the low 60s. It will be partly cloudy for us. Our winds blowing from the southeast up to 10 miles per hour. Something that I do want to remind you guys is that by Sunday around 2 a.m., don't forget to change your clock an hour back. A high of 86, a low of 66, and then there's where we start to notice our drop in our temperatures by Thursday and Friday. Back to you.